Yet, in utter sincerity, he makes the offering, realizing that Ahura Mazda, out of his bounty, will bless him with the unsurpassed gifts of perfection and immortality. Again, the prophet raises his ally, the valiant Kavi Vishtauspa, for taking part in the great sacramental gift exchange, Yasna 46.14. He further inquires who among his followers strives after the sacramental gift of the good mind. Yasna 51.11. He promises his followers heaven or the house of song as a reward to those sharing the sacramental gift exchange. Yasna 51.15. Once again, he praises Kavi Vishtauspa for attaining enlightenment, though the power of the sacrament, Yasna 51.16, finally in the last Gatha, which celebrates the marriage of his daughter, Hora Uchista, married couples are urged to love one another through truth and consider this sacramental duty, or else, at the last gasp, their cry will be woe. Yasna 53:7. As Zarathustra divided the world into the Ashavans, followers of truth, and the Dregvants, worshippers of falsehood, the concepts of rewards and punishments, heaven and hell, came into existence. In Zoroastrianism, these are the mental states, not physical locations. Heaven is Garo Demana, the house of song, the house of bliss, or Ushta. Zarathustra offers his prayers and those of his followers to be treasured in Ahura Mazda's house of song. Yasna 45:8. The seeker after truth is firmly set up by his path, listening to the voice of Sarosha, which leads those worthy to the house of song. Yasna 54. Ahura Mazda is said to be the first to enter the house of song. Man has to earn the privilege of entering this blissful state of mind by following his own good mind and truth, which will lead to his salvation and to the house of song. Hell or Drujodamana, the house of the lie, is a state of mental anguish suffered by wicked souls. The state is described in picturesque imagery by the prophet. Whoever clings to the followers of truth, his dwelling shall be light. But for you, O worshippers of falsehood, a long life of darkness, foul food, and woeful rollings, to such an existence will your evil conscience lead you through your own deeds. Yasna 31:20. Kinvrat, bridge of judgment. As the Kavis, princelings, and the Karapans, mumbler priests, are both corrupt and have yoked mankind to the destruction of life, their souls and evil conscience will torment them when they reach the bridge of judgment. They will remain in the house of the lie till the end of time. Yasna 46.11. The Karapans especially have condemned themselves to be placed in the house of the lie because of their injury to the herd by their actions and beliefs. Yasna 51.14. Zarathustra has a penetrating psychological insight into the mental condition of the wicked. The conscience of the wicked man destroys for himself the reality of truth. His soul shall torment him with retributive vengeance at the bridge of the separator, the bridge of judgment for his own deeds, and his tongue strayed from the path of truth. Yasna 51:13. Every time we make a decision in this life based on choice, we are crossing the Kinvato Pertu, the bridge of the separator separating good from evil. Later tradition, however, asserts that both the just and unjust will have to be purified by passing through the rivers of the red-hot molten metal before the Frashel Kareti. The renewal of existence can be established. To the just, this will seem like walking through warm milk, but not so to the unjust.
Here we have an illustration of the Kinvat Bridge. See there.
Zarathustra boldly exclaims, "For with them all men or women I will cross the bridge of judgment." Yasna 46 10. A different view of the final judgment is also found in the Gathas. Zarathustra announces that at the last turning point of existence, Ahura Mazda will come accompanied by the spirit of benediction, his sovereignty, and with his good mind through the WAM living beings progress in the truth. Armadi will then instruct all the souls in the purpose of Ahura Mazda's wisdom. Yasna 46.6. The inference seems to be that each soul will be taught to develop his or her faculties and to learn to live fully in a different dimension of existence from that of the earthly. Sava. Sava, or salvation, is offered to all by Ahura Mazda. Indeed, all who are, who were, who shall be, long for the salvation he offers. Yasna 45.7. The corrupt princes and priests, however, reject the offer. When, O Mazda, will men recognize the message of salvation? When will they remove this filth with a drink by which these hostile Karapans, through their perverse intellect, cause intoxication, and so delude the evil rulers of these lands? Yasna 48:10, 15. Ahura Mazda dwells in the straight paths of salvation. Yasna 43.3. And appoints a carrying husbandman for the salvation of the world. Yasna 29.6. He holds the salvation and dissolution in the same hand. Yasna 43.4. For what redeems the just destroys the wicked. Yasna 43.12. He has pledged salvation to the followers of truth. Yasna 51.9. So Zarathustra prays that the blessing of Ahura Mazda's salvation may come to him through the good mind. Yasna 51.2. Sayoshards. To hasten the process of salvation, Zarathustra conceives the idea of the Sayoshards, the saviors of the lands. Yasna 48.12. They're inspired by truth and destined to be the destroyers of wrath. Yasna 34.13, 48.12. They will guide mankind towards the truth-inspired existence and herald the dawning of a new day. Yasna 46.3. Ahura Mazda himself has laid out the straight paths of religion for the Saiyans to follow. Yasna 53.2. The latter tradition introduces a particular savior, Sayoshos, who will appear at the end of time and bring about the Frashal Kriti. In the Gathas, no particular savior is mentioned who will redeem the world. The Saiyans are all righteous men and women who work to establish truth and justice in the world, avoiding wrath and bloodshed. Again, we are told that the truth-inspired existence will be upheld by the guiding intellect of the saviors. Yasna 46.3. Frashal Kriti. Zarathustra is very conscious of his mission on earth. Yet the word Frashal Kriti, the total transformation of man and society towards which he worked, is not mentioned in the Gathas. Instead, there are various references to this future event in his intimate communities of Ahura Mazda. He begs for knowledge of the long-continued desired existence, which none can compel from you, and which is said to lie in your sovereignty. Yasna 43.13, in the beautiful chapter of questioning, Zarathustra asks, does the wondrous renewal of life yet come to bring the best reward, salvation, upon the ardent devotee? Yasna 44.2.